Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Civilization. What this video is going to be about is your preparation for the Mightiest Governor event. That is correct. So I'm gonna do a full guide how you could prepare to do your best on the Mightiest Governor event. So let me get started. This is an all-in-one guide just for that. Right, so the first day we all know is the training day. So all you have to do is just speed up a lot of troops, but there is another trick. All right, so I'm gonna go through all of them. I have your first day training video. I have done it and I will put the link into the description of the video. So if you want to know how you could acquire the maximum training speed for the Mightiest Governor event, you can follow that video. I will not go through that because I've done a whole video just for that. So obviously, in order to obtain all the training speed, you need the runes, you need the buffs, you need the king buffs if they are available, all those sort of things. But the other tricks are the following, and because it's the Christmas event and these particular items, they are gonna be available or you will be able to obtain them at some point, is the reserves, which this one is 5,000, or the 20,000 reserves. Where else can you obtain these particular reserves? Are from the VIP shop or from the Living Legend bundle. So they are not really accessible for free to play. But if you do manage to put your hands on something like that, I will try to give you some advices how the best you could use them. When you use one of these reserves, what they do on the next troop that you want to train is gonna increase that capacity for the amount that it says there. So for example, let's say that my swordsmen, they are already trained. All right, I have used a 20,000 reserve item. When I'm gonna click on my infantry and I'm gonna go to train, it's gonna allow me to train 20,000 of them. Now how is that gonna benefit you? You can plan that on the Mightiest Governor event that you are going for it. So the Mightiest Governor event that you are aiming to get the first spot or as high a spot as possible, you plan your reserve ahead. Because when you're gonna select 20,000 of them, it's gonna tell you the amount of time that it takes. So you can know how you can plan your reserves and your training so you can collect it during the training day on the Mightiest Governor event, or just speed it up the last few hours or a day, or how much is gonna be left of it. So that is the first trick. The second trick, but this is very risky, I would not really advise it. The second one would be to just train tier 3 troops. Exactly, just train. If you have tier 4 unlocked, you train tier 3 troops, and during the Mightiest Governor event you upgrade them to your tier 4. Now we have the Mightiest Governor that is going on right now, and it says over here, receive points differently for troops upgrades. That is correct. So when you upgrade your tier 3 to your tier 4, you get 20 points per unit. But the time to upgrade it, to speed it up during the Mightiest Governor event is really fast. And you get 20 points. So you can save up some speed rush and you train tier 3 troops, and during the Mightiest Governor event you upgrade your troops from tier 3 to tier 4. But the reason why I'm saying it's very risky is because you have tier 3 troops all this time, which they are not really strong compared to tier 4. But all this time you can train tier 4. It will benefit you a lot more if you just train tier 4. But this is another way if you just want to prepare for your Mightiest Governor event. So that's how is the reserves. About the speed to have the lowest time possible, I told you, you'll find that into the link of the description of the video. You'll find the link about that. Now the second day, it's all about killing barbarians. The best way you can do that is use as many groups as possible, killing the highest barbarians that you have available. That is the second day. Also, it is very good if you can use AoE commanders like YSG, Kusunoki, Sun Tzu. It is hard to get the barbarians together, so you just AoE them. So that is a rare chance, but it is a possibility. If you want, this is another way how you could do more points during the killing barbarians events. But most of the times the second day is who spends more action point. I won it once on the Mightiest Governor, I won the second day, but as I said, it's who spends more action points. This is how the second day of the Mightiest Governor event is. The third day, it's about gathering. So if you want to win the third day, it's very simple. I will tell you the tricks about that as well. If I go to my alliance and I go to my territory, you see there are this alliance resource center. Now the most points on the third day of the Mightiest Governor event is the mother load, which basically grants you gold. I'm not sure what they call it, the mother load, but that's it. It's the alliance mother load which grants you gold when you gather from it. Now if you want to benefit the most out of it, every 2 weeks your alliance can make a sacrifice and don't build granary, wood or stone, and you build the gold one. You program this gold one to be approximately 10 hours before the gathering event starts. Why do you want to do that? Because it takes about 3 to 4 hours to build it, even if there is maximum amount of troops in it. So you want to build it like 6 hours before the third day of the Mightiest Governor event. If you do that, you have 6 hours of gathering gold. The second thing, you make sure that all the other gatherers are waiting outside your city, full out with gold to go in. When the Mightiest Governor event starts, you give it a minute or two, not just straight away. Maybe you can log out and log in again to make sure it's gonna work properly. You just get all your gatherers with the gold, the gatherers from the mother load as well, and then you keep gathering for the rest of the 24 hours as much gold as possible. That can bring you the highest points on the third day, on the gathering day. I know it's gold, but it grants you the most points. Then you have the fourth day. The fourth day, it's about increasing your power. So that includes building even troops, but it's not really recommended to do troops on the fourth day, and research. So obviously you should focus on building and research. Now how you could prepare for that? Well, I can give you myself as a very strong example, is what I'm doing with my city hall level 25. So you can prepare 2 buildings for your fourth day of the Mightiest Governor event. Either city hall or some, I don't know, the wall. Buildings that grant you a lot of power. If I go to my city hall and I check my information, you can see the difference in power that my city hall is going to grant me when I speed it up. So there is about 873,000 in power, which during that event, that is a lot of power increase. That is the same thing you can do with your research. You can plan a very long research, you can plan it ahead on the Mightiest Governor event. We all know when the Mightiest Governor events are. They are every 2 weeks. One Mightiest Governor event lasts for 5 days and has 5 stages. And then the next one is going to start in 8 days. So 6 plus 8, that's 2 weeks. So you can plan everything ahead. For example, you have a very long research. For example, your tier 4 research. You can plan it ahead on the Mightiest Governor event. Or you have something like this, which it takes 57 days, but it's 450,000 power. So you can plan your buildings and some research for that particular time. Like I have this particular building right now, which I'm not sure it's gonna reach the 4th day, because we are barely on the training day. So this building, I've done it a little bit wrong, which is the Alliance Center for the level 24. So this is why you have to plan it right. You have to take in consideration when you start a building or a research, that you also get help from your alliance. When you get help from your alliance, it's going to drastically reduce the time, 25% to 28%. So that is a lot. So that can be very confusing, and it can mess up with your calculations. So you have to take a couple of days in advance. So that would be for the 4th day. Plan your buildings and your research. Now the 5th day. The 5th day, it's all about killing, injury as many troops as possible and as high a tier as possible. It says over here, I'm not sure if I can't go to the 5th day. That contains of 5 stages, and the last stage will last for 2 days in each kingdom. Alright, so that is the last stage. You have to kill troops, and I've done plenty of videos for that. I mean, everyone knows how to kill troops, but the most important is try to kill us, or not necessarily kill, but injury, severely wounded, and try to do as high tier as possible, preferably tier 4, because those ones will grant you the most points on the Mightiest Governor event. Now another way how you can prepare is saving up speed rush, which I mentioned. The way I save up speed rush is by using the courier station, and apparently I don't have much gems on me right now, but I buy all the speed rush, it doesn't matter which, with resources. So I save up a lot of speed rush. If I go to my items and I go to my speed ups, you can have a look and you can see that I have hundreds and thousands of hours of speed rush in research, building, and the universal one, or the training. So if we put all together, I did put it all together, it's like 2500 hours. That should be a minimum amount of speed rush that you should start your Mightiest Governor event with. So even if you prepare everything like I told you, you do everything like I told you, and you prepare it, you still, it's very advisable to still have this particular amount of speed rush. Even if you don't have to use it, or you don't use it, or you feel that on the 4th day you are like, let's say 10-50 million above the second one, and you know that you're gonna do some killing as well, and you don't want to spend any more because it's not really needed, you're gonna get it anyway, the speed ups are gonna stay here and you can use them or some other events. But it's always useful to be prepared, have everything in advance for this particular event. Alright, so that would be all about the Mightiest Governor event, or preparing for the Mightiest Governor event. If I missed anything, drop a comment in the comment section below, but I think I covered up pretty much all of it. Alright, so some Christmas cheers for everyone. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Merry Christmas everyone.